perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Oh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. 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 Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Disgusted with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. 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 Oh.
On my own, but I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. 'Cause I won't look back. I won't look back. I don't know why she told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that I never wonder what's the truth in your eyes. There's a light that makes me blush. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting, like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating, and the air gets tough just breathing. I'm alone, but I'm still feeling like someone's with me. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me, like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there. It's strange, I know. Time is unfair, 'cause I know you're out there somewhere, patient, waiting unaware, feeling like your grip might slip too soon. But I'm running, chasing speed and gunning. I'll be right there all of a sudden. I feel your heartbeat lead me straight to you. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me, like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there. smart you learn.
See through the heart that bears it all. Take it apart, throw it away, put it back together.
Smart you learn.
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome back. This is ESEA Season 32 Open League, and we're back with Team Timechasers, who are facing off against Team Wiseguys, the Belgian side. Both of these teams have 3 wins and 1 losses in their campaign, and the first loss of this Timechasers ESEA season was in fact on the map Train. So we'll see whether Timechasers make a comeback or not. They did try to force a comeback in the previous time that they played on Train. The game ended on 14-16 this time around. Askew is not finding his shots. Bomb was planted. 2 against 4. It will be a tough retake. Askew will be found at the end of the day. Sender now only pick up 2 headshots. That will be all she wrote for Timechasers, as they do lose this pistol round. Wiseguys, most definitely a serious Belgian side to face. Timechasers right now will make a full eco for themselves. Shouldn't be around that could be too worrisome for the Belgians. If Timechasers do win this matchup, that would take them to a top 80 position in this league. Right now they sit at the top 100. Infernal is left with only 3 HP. Switch off his Mac 10 to his teammate Scout. His team Wiseguys, they don't plan on going out aggressively so far, but step by step they're moving out their angles, as it should be a simple heading out towards bomb site A for Team Wiseguys. I should remind you that Timechasers have won the open qualifier for KFC matchups, so they will move on to the closed qualifiers, which will be spectate later on. But it's a full eco that's not the worst for Timechasers, as they do pick up a couple of kills for themselves. Shouldn't bring anything more on the table. JL trying to play down with a Mac 10. He won't be successful, as all of them just head out from connector, but they won't find anybody. And that's round 2 for Wiseguys. No big surprises there. But now we are moving on towards the first buy round from the Lithuanians. JL, he's got a couple of kills with a Mac 10 of him. Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was 0 kills with a Mac 10, so he's just got himself a knock. No AWP in this setup. As Wiseguys, they plan to move on quickly from a main, and they're doing it so far successfully. However, Timechasers are quickly back on the retake, but not for long, as 2 against 3 is the situation currently. But Pokerface will make sure that Wiseguys don't plant the bomb and don't secure themselves a round 3 center. That's an important battle to win. Pokerface was not set up for a crossfire. He let his teammate down at that moment. It's a flash that hasn't worked for the Belgian. Pokerface has to win this clutch for his team right now. He's going behind his opponent. Should find an easy kill here. Spray down wasn't great at the start of things, but luckily he found his aim and found the first round for his team. A very important triple kill from Pokerface. It's the first round for Team Timechasers, and if you look at the economy of Wiseguys and their arsenal, it's definitely not the best. A couple of deagles, 3 AKs in their arsenal. In the meantime, a couple of MP9s for Timechasers, of a Masanog and an AK for Mr. Pokerface. This time it's a double man setup towards Ivy from the terrorists. Jail moves aggressively into a main. The spray wasn't the best, but Askew bailed him out there, as they do get the first kill. Should be an indication that, well, if only one player is sitting in A main, maybe you will find some enemies in B, and find enemies they will, as they do get a double kill there. And it's only a duet of Belgians moving in from Ivy, so far unseen. But as the time flies by, they should be caught by the Lithuanian 5, as Sender is already preparing himself for a good shot. There it is. It's only Lenny, or Leninator, if you want to call him that, who's left for the Belgians. 1 against 5 with a deagle. Not much that he can do. But he won't even get that kill, as Ask will make sure of that. So Timechasers, they do equalize the score, which is also important for them, leaving the Belgians on a full eco right now. So Timechasers do have an opportunity to finally go ahead in this matchup. Obviously this is just the start of things, but hopefully Timechasers will not lose out against this full eco, as the nade does quite a lot of damage, and now it's just a cleanup for heading in for Timechasers. A very quick round and a successful one for the Lithuanians, as they haven't lost a single member in that encounter, which helps them bolster up their economy. And now Wiseguys will invest in this round. We won't see an AWP. A Mac 10 actually for Fuse. A couple of AKs and a couple of CGs, as Sender has still stayed his FAMAS. Quick molly down A main, but nobody will be found, as there's aggression coming in from JL and his teammate. That definitely didn't work out for Timechasers, as now they will be forced to retake this bomb side. Pokerface was successful in getting back the 1 kill, but that'll be all she wrote for him this round, and so unfortunate that he did not find those kills. And Askew, he's left all alone, and you should know that if his teammate dies in Pop Dog, that's an indication to go towards bomb side A, but that won't even be the case for Askew, as he will be found by his opponent near B. And that aggression definitely didn't work out for JL and his teammates. They left B vulnerable. It's a man advantage for the Belgians, and then they just pile men forward and get things done, equalizing the score. Now we see something different, and it's a double man setup. A double op setup, I should say, for Timechasers. Shadow being aggressive once again, this time from heaven, trying to scope down corridor. JL has moved himself into a different position, and Shadow will be found by Exley. That's a very important battle to be won if you're Wiseguys, neutralizing the Opper. And once again, if we do remember the previous encounter for Timechasers, they did lose against Dotsefi 14-16. That was on train, and bomb side B was one of their biggest and worst assets on their CT side. Sender will lose out that battle on Ivy again, so that's another angle to be taken care of. Askew's burning alive here in Pop Dog now. He needs to move fast. We'll find that 1 kill. JL with another. Ow, Askew. Such an important battle to win here. He should see the bomb on the radar, and the situation that just turned on its head, really, is Askew. He's got himself a double, a very important one. Will be sticking with his op. JL is left only on 1 HP, but nevertheless, he still got that kill, and it's Alex J, who has 15 seconds left. A bomb to retrieve and 3 men to kill in order to win this round. Obviously, all of them are very hurt, but Alex J just literally has no time, and Askew will find the last of him. That's a triple kill for Askew. And Team Timechasers, well, a round that we didn't expect them to win, but they showed us otherwise, as the Belgians do decide to take a timeout. 4-3 is the scoreline right now. Timechasers are back in the lead. If you look at the financial situation, well, 3 players can conjure up a buy. I mean, they can buy an AK, perhaps some utility, but 2 of them won't have any money. So that's a decision to be made for the Belgian side, whether they want to invest every single dollar or not. Because if they do save up this round, then the next one we might see a hefty buy with an op or such. And talking about tops, it's very important for Timechasers to keep 2 of them in the play. It's just successful, but if you look at the buy from Wiseguys, they've saved up for the next round basically. Only one of them bought an AK, The rest of them with Desert Eagles, a couple of nades. JL will take some early damage once again, but the Molotov will finish Exley off. Alex J had himself in a good position, but his teammate Infernal in the meantime will try to peek from A main. He will take some damage from that encounter. Fuse will regain the AK that was lost from his teammate near B. And now it's Alex J sitting in the smoke. And Wiseguys have a minute left. They do need to decide where they want to execute their attack. And so far, they're choosing to go from Ivy. Sender will be responsible of taking care of things near that area, as he's sitting on top of Green Train. So he will be greeted by 3 Belgian players. One of them falls down. Sender is prepared to get more. That he will do. A simple triple kill for Sender. Another one chiming in from Askew. And another simple round for Team Timechasers. Another important factor is that if they do win rounds, they don't lose any people, which is very important in order to keep their bank safe. As Wiseguys did save up money on the previous round, so now they will invest 3 AKs and 2 CGs, but no AWPs for the Belgian side, as the Lithuanians still stick with that double op system. Both Shadow and JL were on A this time around. Sender will try to be aggressive. Aggression on the previous time around didn't work out at all. And Sender right now, he might move in with trouble. Oh, and he will be found. There we go, that's the aggression that hasn't worked out once again. Shadow will be found as well. And somebody needs to tell Timechasers to stop being aggressive. 2 kills were just given away for free right now. And it's another 3v5 scenario for Timechasers. One of them was won, the other one was not. And Pokerface has found himself in a difficult position. But Askew, the lurk of Timechasers, might find himself with a golden opportunity here. He will find 1 kill. He needs to be quick right now to Askew, but he will be found by his opponent, so Pokerface. A lot will be on his shoulders, but maybe it's all down on JL. 1 against 4 in order to save this bomb site. 30 seconds, so not a lot of time. JL needs to get a kill or 2. Pokerface. That's it. JL has compromised his own position. He needs to move away here, but the bomb is already on A. JL's position has been compromised. Pokerface will be found as well, and that's round 4 for Team Wiseguys. And once again, that's the aggression that is literally killing Timechasers. Every round they played aggressively. Every round they lost. So they definitely need to change something up. Their passive approach to the game has worked way better than the other way around. JL is the only player investing into an AWP this time around. The wallbang will not be successful, as Wiseguys are trying to take early control of B house, and that was done successfully for the Belgians. Pokerface together with JL scoping down bomb side B. We do know that this is an Achilles heel for the Lithuanian side in this map. So an execution happening on bomb side B. No Molotov to prevent the attack. Pokerface completely blind right now, but so are his enemies, which will run down from the smoke. 3 of them actually. The naders stopping them, and Shadow and JL, both of them chiming in with a couple of kills. But now Pokerface will bring another one on the table. Shadow with another, and it's only Alex J left alive. 30 seconds are left on the clock. He will not get things done, most likely. 5 seconds are left. His mission right now is just to save his weapon and to save for the next round. So that will be round 6 for Team Timechasers. It's a close affair so far, but a successful one for Timechasers. Obviously, it's only a matter of a couple of rounds. But if you look at the financial situation of the Belgian side, we see that they are in a pickle. A couple of them do not have enough money to buy full utility together with AKs, but they will still conjure up a buy-in. Well, we do see a change in tactics as Lenny picks up an AWP, but an early Molotov and a flash will force him back out of his position. As he moves back to Ivy, where Sender will be waiting for him. He did manage to provoke an upshot, Sender. Now they're trading Molotovs. Alex J most definitely heard that. JL, he legs his opponent with a deagle. Shadow finishes him off. Poker Face sitting very aggressively here, but once again, that aggression might not work out for him. His opponents are moving towards Pop Dog. And Poker Face has to be quick here. He's hurt his opponent here. Above the ladder now. They are cornered in, and Shadow might find the final kill, which he will. 7-4 is the score for the Lithuanian side. And they will force Wiseguys on another eco round. This round was played very well. A team effort from Timechasers, especially on that Ivy and Pop Dog area. Shadow was the main guy of the previous round. This one, it's a simple eco with Belgians. Most likely they will run down bomb side B. And hopefully Timechasers will be able to stop them and not give away an easy round. They do have Molotovs, they do have flashes, so shouldn't be too worrisome for the Lithuanians, as Sender picks up another kill here. It happened on Ivy. Askew changed his AUG to an SG and did find himself a kill on Pop. So the rest of the Belgians will go out in heaven. He will get one kill, Lenny. AK in his hands right now. A molly down Red Train, but that molly won't stop Askew, who will stay alive with 2 HP. He's not afraid of them flames, and he just shown why. 8-4 right now. An important stretch of rounds for Timechasers, as they double their lead right now. So Wiseguys, you want to start winning rounds again. And Shadow, again, it's the aggression. If you remember previously, it wasn't working for Timechasers. And Shadow definitely gives his position away, as does his enemy actually. Not a smart move from him to move so slow in the smoke. And the aggression, which has finally worked out for Timechasers, perhaps in the mistake of the Belgian, but nevertheless, it's a kill for the CTs. They do gain that man advantage. Askew right now is just scoping for his opponents. One of them takes a lot of damage. That was Lenny. But it's another execution towards bomb side B, and a Molotov will be very successful for Poker Face. Saves him some time. A couple of flashes out. Poker Face will have himself a field day. A couple of kills with a spray down. Shadow with another. JL will miss his shot, but nevertheless, he's left Lenny all alone in B halls. The bomb is dropped. He's got 64 HP and 20 seconds on the clock. Best scenario for him is just to save his weapon, which he will try to do. And another round for Team Timechasers. They're playing successfully, to say the least. They're having themselves a good time on this CT half. They've worked on their mistakes, not only in the previous train on the CT side, which they lost pretty badly, but if you look at the way that they've managed to strategically figure things out in this game, they've stopped playing too aggressively. They have themselves a two-man setup on B, but let's move on to this round, which is a fast one. A change of pace for Wiseguys, but it's not working out for the Belgians whatsoever. It's a 1v2 scenario very quickly. Alex J against Shadow and Poker Face, but not for long as Shadow gets that kill, and a change of pace did not work out for Team Wiseguys. They have no answers to the strong as stone defense of the Lithuanians, and we will see the final round of the first half. JL manning the up as he's moving on to connector. Sees his opponent most definitely and will find him. He peeked too slow, the Belgian, and he got paid for his mistake by the ruthlessness of JL's up. Poker Face, he's trying to be aggressive towards B halls as JL gets another kill. We don't want to be slow against the mop of JL. Have to be careful here. Three against 5 for Team Wiseguys. Make it a 2v4 or even a 1v4 as JL is just hunting for that pace, which he will find in the last round of the first half. JL was lacking to hit shots perhaps on the first half or at the start of the game, but now he's definitely climbed back. Definitely showed why he is mentioned as the biggest individual leader of this Timechaser squad. And after starting things quite roughly for themselves, Timechasers, they managed to build a very successful first half. 11 rounds for their CT side. No, it's definitely a solid result. Wiseguys just couldn't find an answer when Timechasers had enough money to buy full utility to save up for AWPs. Will the situation be the same for the Belgian side in the second half? Will they show a proper defense or will they fall early in this map? We'll see as we're moving on to the second pistol round of this affair. Timechasers, they do want to be aggressive towards bomb side B. We're only Alex J is there. Most definitely he should have heard some steps, and in a matter of time he will see some heads of opponents. He's already called for a rotation for one of his teammates. So we should see an execution towards bomb side B. Smokes and flashes are out. JL will get that kill with a P250. Just trying to search for more here. Those pistol sounds might indicate that they're still moving on towards A. He should get Alex J most definitely. He won't find a kill, which is important, but JL overextends here. Infernal will fall. XLee as well. Leaving only Lenny alive. 1 against 3. He has found himself 1 headshot, but now he's on 3 HP. He does have a kid, but no Kevlar. Basically no hopes for him to stay alive in this round. As Timechasers, they will secure themselves a pistol round in this match, and that will be a 12th one. Well, that's a nice headshot from Lenny. A cheeky 1 tap, but that reload will kill him. As Timechasers, they happily move on to the other round. 12-4, we should see a full eco for the Belgians. A couple of nades in their arsenal, most probably being thrown towards a main. Yep, that is the case. All of them are moving towards connector. Will they use their nades early? Doesn't seem to be the case, as they are not communicating properly, as we see, as they just go back and forth, back and forth. An AK in JL's hands and $0 in his pocket. So Askew and Shadow will find themselves easy kills. Another bomb plant for Team Timechasers, and another easy round on this Thursday evening. Askew will leg his opponent, if you can even call that, with a MAC-10. Get himself a kill with a USP, managing to save that MAC-10, but I doubt that he will find more. Sender is looking for him and found his opponent. So 13-4. Wiseguys right now, their backs are up against the wall. Do need to win this round in order to have some realistic hopes in winning this matchup for themselves. I will remind you that both of these teams have 3 wins and 1 loss, so a very important matchup, both of them. Shadow just waited out the wall bang. Back. The movement of Timechasers might indicate an execution happening towards bomb side B, where a couple of Wiseguys are waiting for them. Fuse and Alex J in a more peculiar position. Alex does get some damage in, but finally lost that battle. XLee will not find anybody. JL is playing very aggressively towards this smoke. 3v4, so Timechasers need to expect a lot from JL right now. He gets 1 kill and he's left 1v2. He needs to clutch this one, JL. Well, he knows where both of his opponents are right now, but his crosshair is at a bad place, at a bad time. And oh no, they don't actually have time to defuse the bomb, Wiseguys, and okay, this is really unfortunate for them right now. So that will be a 14th round for Timechasers. They've managed to stay alive in this retake. JL, he has stayed alive for just enough time in order to save the bomb from being defused, as Wiseguys. Well, most definitely they are in a more tough position right now. 14-4. I will remind you that round difference is a very important factor in ESEA League. In order to have a higher position, you want to have a good round difference. And Timechasers, to be fair, they're dominating the league so far. Even the one match they lost, they only lost it 14-16. So if we're talking about round difference, Timechasers are having themselves a field day, because most of the matches that have been won, it was a 16-5, 16-4 scoreline. And it seems to be the case that it will finish 16-4, but I don't want to jinx it. The classic commentator curse, we know how that happens. As a minute is left on the clock, Timechasers have already have the man advantage for themselves, as they are just playing off of default right now. And they're starting to maneuver themselves towards bomb site B, where only Alex J awaits them. Well, so far he's been the individual leader for his team. That nade has done some damage to Pokerface. And Alex J has set himself up on a good position, but it's action near a main where kills are happening. And JL finds another beautiful headshot for himself. Great crosshair placement. And another great round for Timechasers. Individual kills right now. Wiseguys are all over the place. Alex J, 1 against 5. Nothing he can do. He can't even save his weapon as he dings his opponent through the wall. 15-4 is the score. And the Belgians have nowhere else to go but to conjure up a buy. They do take a timeout. If I'm not mistaken, that was by the CTs. Five AKs in the arsenal of Timechasers. They don't even need AKs. They don't even need ops, I'm sorry, as AKs are doing the trick for them. And Wiseguys, well, nothing has worked for them really. Lenny has picked himself an AUG without Kevlar. Well, that's crazy. Definitely not the smartest decision from Mr. Lenny himself. And definitely not the best game for the Belgians, as Fuse literally disconnects, so we might see a long technical pause here. Is it even worth it for the last round? I doubt so. But Wiseguys, they still want to have sportsmanship in their side. While they are waiting for their teammate to come back. So if we do look at the scoreboard itself, JL is shining with kills. Moist, I think the key factor here in him getting the most kills was most definitely that terrorist side, because at the start of the game he wasn't getting his shots through, but later on he found himself in better positions, and once again he is the guy who has the most kills for his team. Askew's having a good game for himself, 19 kills, not bad. And if we look for Wiseguys, well, Fuse is sitting only on 5 kills with 18 deaths. The timeout is over. So let's see how things are working out. So, most likely the last round for the Belgians, but they do start things off nicely with the aggression towards B main, and now quick execution from Ivy. They're chiming in with the kills. Shadow literally jumping for his life right now, but he will get himself a trade, and 2B3 is left. Infernal, he will be found, leaving only Alex J alive, who's trying to flank his opponents from A main, but his steps were most definitely hurt, and he will be found, and it's 16-4 for Team Timechasers. a successful round for themselves and a successful entry in this game on the map Train. They did lose Train 16-14 last time around, but this time it's a victory of 16-4. So that win moves them to the 60th place as they sit comfortably in top 60. And that is most definitely because of the round difference. The Timechasers have themselves a good position. Another decent matchup for Timechasers and another decent win. They will have a game tomorrow in which they will face off against EMD Esports, the team who has 4 wins and 1 loss, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that is the case. But for now, dear viewers, it was interesting to watch this matchup unfold. And Timechasers, well, once again, they show that they are definitely a team to be reckoned with. In ESEA Open, at least at the regular season, will be interesting to see how the playoffs work out. But for the time being, you were greeted by me, Wiseguys. Hopefully you tune in for tomorrow's game, same time, same place. But for now, dear viewers, I will have to bid farewell.